In this video, we want to talk about the three main types of rights available to you. I also want to show you a typical rights statement and just explain to you what the rights are so you can make sure you fully understand them. Now, resale rights give you the ability to sell other people's products. Now, people sell resale rights for two reasons. Firstly, they'll sell them because the product's reaching the end of its life cycle and they want to give it a bit of a boost and make some money from it. So quite often you'll see people advertising, products that are 2 or 3 years old, or seminars from they did a couple of years ago, and they'll say this was selling for $5,000, but you can buy resale rights for $50. And it's basically them trying to eke out the product a little bit longer and earn a bit more money from it. But the other reason people sell resale rights is often combined with the previous reason, is it's good to promote themselves. It's good to promote their business, establish themselves as an expert, and possibly even prepare themselves for another major product launch. Now, sometimes you're able to sell the products as your own, particularly if they are private label rights. Other times, such as with master resale and resale rights, you have to sell it as is and you're not allowed to modify it. However, you can add value by providing additional reports in the form of bonuses or other additions. The real benefit of them is it allows you to take somebody else's knowledge, time and experience. They've gone and done the research, they've gone and understood the target market and created the product. Now obviously you have to make sure that it's good and they haven't made it up, particularly if it's offering advice like financial or medical or whatever it might be. You always have to double check the advice in the resale rights product to make sure it's true. Remember, anyone can write anything and sound like an authority and publish it on the internet, so you have to make sure, because you don't want to be publishing some weight loss advice and find out later on when someone's suing you that actually it's harmful to your health. So anything like that, you really do need to just do a little bit of due diligence and make sure that it's safe and that it's not going to get you into trouble. Now, there are many different types of rights. We'll talk about the three main rights in a moment. But whenever you buy a resale rights product, it will typically come with a license file. The name varies, it could be called anything, but usually it has license in the title somewhere. It's normally in the root directory when you unzip the file. It's fairly obvious. Always check the license to make sure what you can do with it. If you've got any doubt about what you can do, don't contact the person you bought it from. Check with the original publisher. They're the ones who can tell you with authority, yes you can or no you can't. Now we'll start with resale or resell rights, often abbreviated to RR. This is the most basic level of rights. It basically means you can take the product and sell it as is with no modifications and no rights. So I can't sell you the rights to the product, but I could sell you the product. I can't edit it, but I can add bonuses. I could record videos or audio associated with it. I can't call it my own. I can't claim copyright on it. And I can't sell any rights to the product. Now, you may be sitting there thinking, well, that doesn't sound very good. What's the point? Well, there's a lot of point to it. Firstly, if I'm creating a product, I might want a bonus, perfect bonus. I might want something to build a list, perfect bonus for building a list. I might want something just to give to my list or to sell to my list, but I may want to sell into a market that I've not previously been able to target because I don't have the expertise or the ability to create a product into it. So what I can do is I could buy a resale rights product, sell that into that market. Instantly I can test the market. If the market proves to be profitable and one that's worth pursuing, maybe I'll then go and create my own product for it. But resale rights typically is the cheapest of the rights, and as I said in the previous slide, you'll quite often find people selling resale rights to products that basically either reached market saturation or are reaching the end of the product life cycle, so they want to get a bit more life out of it, boost it up again and a bit more money from it, whilst advertising themselves, their products and their services. Now typically a resale rights product will have links to the original author's websites or ebooks or whatever it might be. It will be full of their links. I mean, any smart marketer would put those in there. Some people don't, but most people will. So when you're promoting or selling this, bear in mind you are promoting other people's products. Doesn't take away the value from them at all, but just means you need to be aware of that. So it may be that you don't want people to compete. Now, the next one, this is more valuable, is called Master Resale Rights, often known as MRR. In this case, you cannot edit the product or call it your own. You have to sell it as is without being edited. Typically, with Master Resale and Resale Rights, you will only get a PDF file. You won't get the source documents. You only get the source documents when you purchase private label rights. With Master Resale Rights, you can sell the resale rights to the product. So I could sell you the rights to sell the product, but I couldn't sell you the rights to sell the rights to the product, if you follow what I mean. You could just sell the product as is. That's perfectly acceptable as well. It depends upon your target market, what you want to do with it. Some markets are not going to be interested in selling products. If I'm selling a weight loss product to someone, they're not going to be interested in selling it on. All they want to do is lose weight. The rare occasion you may find someone that is, but in the majority of cases they don't. And by trying to sell them rights, you're going to confuse the issue, because they're not typically going to understand. Typically, all these rights are known by internet marketers. The next step up is transferable master resale rights, and this is where you can sell the master resale rights. So I can sell to you the rights to sell the rights to other people. So you have master resale rights which you've bought from me. Again, this is very, very valuable to you in niches if you want to create viral products. People will buy the products and they'll pass the rights on. Other people will buy them, they'll pass them on. Absolutely fantastic for getting products all over the place. Now, depending upon your target market, owning the rights may well be of value to them. Won't always be, but it may well be. And if it is, then you need to consider whether or not you should sell some rights. Now, the final version is PLR, or private label rights. These are typically the most expensive and probably the most valuable to anybody. It's not unknown for people to pay several $100s for high quality, limited distribution private label rights products. It basically means you can edit the products and call it your own. You can pretty much do anything you want, providing it's in line with the licensing agreement, which we'll look at on the next page. Now, if you can get transferable PLR rights, that means that you can sell the PLR rights to other people. Now, the rights may be that you can sell PLR rights, but they then can't sell them on. So it becomes non-transferable PLR rights when you can sell it. So it may be that you can sell non-transferable PLR rights. It may be that you can sell transferable PLR rights. It depends upon the license. Now, selling the PLR, being able to sell the PLR rights to other people reduces its value. As someone who buys PLR, I'm typically looking for non-transferable PLR rights. The reason being, I don't want everyone to have PLR rights because it means that my product's instantly devalued. If only a handful of people have got it, it basically means that those people can sell the product as is, they can sell master resale rights, but they can't sell PLR rights. So I'm not going to have hundreds of people in the market creating products based on that PLR product I bought. They'll be selling the master resale rights and competing with everyone else that's chasing after the herd, but not competing with me. So non-transferable PLR rights are the most valuable to you. It basically, as I said, it means you can't sell the rights on. Very, very valuable. And buying private label rights allows you to be able to create a unique product in the marketplace very, very quickly. You can take them, you can literally turn them around in half an hour. You change the name, change the website, distribute it. You can take a day or two to change the graphics, the sales letter, rewrite the product, add value to it, and you've got a unique product. My personal favorite use for private label rights products is to use them as a starting point for my own products. So I will take a PLR product, I'll typically rewrite the majority of it. I'll change the graphics, I'll change the name, I'll add more content. I may well add videos, audio, additional bonuses, and there you are. I've got a valuable product that is completely unique, and it's taken me a fraction of the time it would normally take me to create them. Now, here's some sample rights. Now you can see here, these are the ones that you are allowed. So you can sell it at any price. Well, price fixing is illegal in pretty much every single country. So, you know, that's irrelevant if you see that. You can sell it whenever you want. They can suggest a price, and it's up to you whether you stick to it or not. But they cannot insist that you sell it at a particular price. Now, yes, you may put a different name on as the author. That means basically you can claim ownership. That's the basic fundamental of private label rights. The next one as well, change, add to, remove content as you wish. Yes, that's, again, you need to be able to do that if it's private label rights. That'll be no for master, resell or resale rights. Yes, may be added to paid membership sites. Again, that's a common one that you see. Some people will put no on that because that way it retains value. You see, a lot of people will buy private label rights and other rights and shove it into their membership site to hand out to their members. That's fair enough. You know, can't complain that. That's good on you for it. But, you know, some people will object to that because it devalues their product. So yes, you can convert it into multimedia products and be sold. Well, again, that's fairly irrelevant. That's not a common one. But if it's private label rights, you can do that anyway. I mean, if I'm buying a master resale rights product, I can create videos from it, based on it, and still be allowed to do it, and they can't complain. Yes, you can offer it as a bonus with other paid products. What you may see there is quite often people will put rights on it, saying it can't be bundled with 4 or more products or whatever it might be. So quite often you can see odd rights there. So here you see as well, yes, you can sell personal use rights, resale rights and master resale rights. So that's just letting you know that you have full rights to it. Now, the no's. You can see here that you can't sell private label rights. So that instantly would say to me, well, that gives me value because it's non-transferable private label rights, which means everyone and their grandmother isn't going to be trying to sell this product. No, it may be given away for free. Again, that adds value because it means that people aren't going to be giving it away, devaluing it instantly. It means the product isn't going to be found in giveaways and given away on the back of a packet of cornflakes. Now the next one may be added to free membership sites. No, again, that adds value because it means that, you know, all these membership sites that are free, it's not going to be full of that. Again, market isn't going to be saturated. The next one, no, may be sold on auction sites. Again, adds values to you. Simply because it means you're not going to find it instantly on eBay being sold for, you know, 50 cents with millions of other products. The next one as well, no, may be added to bundles of more than 4 products. Again, that's hard to enforce, to be honest, but again, you typically stick to it. And the final one there is, again, a little bit of a vague one to me. I personally would never use one like this because it says you can't claim copyright or sell private label rights unless you've changed over 50%. Well, how do people know that you've changed over 50%? It's a woolly one. It's hard to enforce. But you can see these are the rough sort of some sample rights. There are different rights you'll see. But make sure whenever you buy resale rights products, you always look at the rights statement so you understand what you can do with it. And if it conflicts with what you want to do with it, or if it looks like, you know, everyone can sell resale rights, private label rights, or everyone can give it away for free, then it means it's going to be devalued. And literally, you will find it for $2 or $3 somewhere in a few days. It's ridiculous how quickly products can get devalued. I mean, I remember a couple of years ago, I sold a product. You know, it was a 4-hour video training course, and I sold complete, you know, private label rights to people, and within a week it was being sold for $1 by some people. I mean, marketers like that need taken out into field and shooting because, you know, you're devaluing good work. So what you need to be aware of is that people will do that. So if you're trying to sell a product and compete with these people, you're going to struggle. So that's why what you need to make sure that the private label rights, if you buy them, are non-transferable and that it can't be found in free membership sites or given away for free, simply because it's going to keep the value for you. Now, we've talked about the 3 different rights: resale rights, master resale rights, and private label rights. We talked about transferable master resale rights, where you can transfer master resale rights to other people. We've also talked about how you can use PLR rights and what PLR rights are, and the fact that non-transferable PLR rights with a limited distribution are the most valuable. And you've also seen a sample rights statement. Now remember, whenever you buy PLR or any rights, make sure you check the rights to see what you can do, because some people put weird and wonderful rights on there and you may find that you can't actually do what it was you wanted to do. So those are the rights available to you. Those are the rights that you will end up buying and using. What we're going to start talking about now is how to use those rights in order to maximize your income.